the 28th of March 2026, and just like I said, Saturday. So that means you'll be looking at the synthetic market, and of course, you're using World Trade for today's synthetic. And just in case you're not familiar with the Breakout World Trade, you can check the description. I'll be leaving a link to my Telegram, and for my Telegram, you will see a link to the broker right there. All right, on World Trade, we started off the FlipX run, of which we are currently on the 4-hour chart. And for what you can see, the market seems to be moving in a ranging form or in a ranging pattern. So that means that we'll be looking forward to uh, a good opportunity for the market to actually get out of that level first before we think of taking any trade on World Trade. That is on FlipX1. So marking out this whole structure, then going back to the 15-minute chart to show you a better view of what we have in the range. All right, so let me just take this down to give you a better view of what we're having in the range. So let me take it over again to a bit of a bigger. Okay, let's see. Okay, 30 minutes. I think you'll be able to give us something nice. 30 minutes is also still giving us something I actually want. So okay, good. I think 1 hour chart is actually better. So with 1 hour chart, I can actually see the real level of the market and where the levels are currently. So you can see we are going to be waiting for the market to actually get out of this market. So that is where our entry is going to come in. So remember, I've always said this is daily trade. So it's not a month that you must really have a trade opportunity on all single pair on each single day. If it doesn't give you anything that you're comfortable with, just let it go. Don't try to force it. Don't try to look for an opportunity to just want to as clicking one trade or the other. So since it's not comfortable, since it's not actually comfortable, the chart is not looking good. For me, I suggest just let FlipX1 go for today. And of course, if you can actually see a breakout from this, then you can actually think of going long on FlipX1. Alright, so let's go to the next one, which is break, and of course we're using break 600. Okay, to the 4-hour charts. Alright. I think it's almost similar to what I just saw on what's it called? On FlipX1. Kind of similar. Okay. Remember, our bearish move comes in below this. That is the only time our bearish move comes. That means if we're going to be going short on our book 600, that's going to happen below this previous level ahead. That's the only time you can think of going short on the X1. Then the bullish move comes in right here. But then let's see if you can see some scalp opportunity within this zone. So let's go back to the 15-minute charts. All right. On the 15-minute, you can see recent level, and of course giving us our bullish move. So that means our bullish move then comes in on the scalping aspect. You're going to scalp this, which for the market actually close above this, they can actually scalp it to this next one. For scalpers, if you want to go on a full day trade, you break above this, you wait for a pullback into this, they can think of going a good time long on break 600. Alright, so let's go to gain. On gain 600. To the 4-hour chart. We're gonna see some bearish move. We are seeing some nice bearish moves. So let's see if it's gonna continue going bearish. But we have a level where we can actually put our take profits. Okay, I'm targeting this and this. So let's see if the market can actually close below this. So that's where my entry comes in. So my entry is gonna come in at the close of the candle below this previous level ahead. My stop loss above this level, then my take profit can actually go down. We actually have a level somewhere. I think 1:2, just target 1:2 minimum. We actually have a level below. If you actually take it back to the higher time frame, you see the level right there. But just target 1:2. If this happens, they just target a minimum of 1:2 to reward ratio. Alright, so that's that for gain 600. Let's go to pin. of which you still be using pin 600. Okay, to the 4-hour charts. Looking bullish. Okay. And here my entry comes in. Going long on this. Okay, so here's my entry on pin 600. Okay, that's still forward. So the final one, flip X1. Oh, how about flip X1? Okay, that means I'm supposed to do what FX volume. Alright, so to the 4-hour charts. Let's target this level. Okay, so that's what 4-hour charts. Awesome. Bearish move is right below this. Right below this gives us a bearish move. So let's say the market actually move below this, then have a pullback, unable to break above this internal high right here, you can think of going short on FX volume. Alright, that's it. That brings to the end of today's analysis. Remember today starts today, so do enjoy your weekend. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Remember, this is not me telling you this is exactly like you feel. You can just use this as a guide. That's why it's actually a daily analysis. So even if it does not give you something nice, you can come again tomorrow. Just use it as a guide to your own personal analysis to have a better view and a better perspective in the market. That said, I wish you a profitable day trader. Please stay safe, trade safe, and please don't risk more than you can afford to lose.